Hey y'all, we are in my garden. It has been a couple weeks since the snow came. I realized I haven't gave y'all an update so y'all can see what the snow did to the garden. We got really busy with the snow and then I got sick. I'm just now getting over it, so I've not been out here very much doing anything. I do know there's a couple things that need to be harvested before they go bad, and some things that are still growing good, some things that died. So I figured I would do a real quick tour, walk you around, let you see what the snow did, since this is not something we generally deal with down here in South Georgia. And you can come along with me while we pick a couple things out of the garden, and then I'm probably going to go inside and make some soup and eat some lunch and go rest. So let's see what the garden looks like right now. First is my herbs, and the parsley, the thyme, the oregano, and the rosemary all are fine. This is actually the best this thyme has looked. This parsley is growing a lot too. We have some chives down here. I've been cutting on them. This was like cilantro, I think. None of that grew. I think it got too hot for them. Under here, we have some mint that's growing back. I have to come in here and cut all this deadness out. Like I said, I've not been in the garden to be able to do much of anything. These are onions with a lot of weeds, and I know onions do not like weeds. I may actually try to push through and get this bed cleaned up just because I know it would be beneficial for these onions not to have weeds in here. The strawberry plants, some of them died, some of them's doing good, some of them we just have a bunch of weeds in here that need to be taken out. Hopefully I'll get to feeling better here directly and I can come out here and weed this whole garden. As you can see, all in the walkway is very weedy everywhere. Over here I planted some radishes before the snow came, and this bed was filled to the top. You can see there's probably about 2-3 inches right there, and it was filled completely to the top with snow. So all these little sprouts was covered, but they all seem to be doing very well and starting to put on some new growth. I will come back and thin them out. I just sprinkled them in there, and then when they get, decent size like this, I'll come and thin them out. This is kale. This is the first time I've actually successfully grown kale. These have a bunch of weeds in here also that need to be pulled. About the time it started growing, we got super busy, so I haven't been able to do much with it. I have another one right there. This and these two, I think they're supposed to be another type of kale. I'm not sure. My label somehow got mixed up when I started seeds. But this is looking pretty good, in my opinion, for the first time of me growing it. And I look forward to getting some of this and cooking with it soon. So amongst these weeds right here, 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 and here, and there was 2 over there of spinach plants. They're all doing good except for this one died. I'm pretty sure the snow is why it died, because before the snow all these spinaches were doing good. I've been harvesting the leaves off of these and placing them in a Ziploc bag and putting them in the freezer to cook with later. So all these are lettuces. Now before the snow they was all pretty green, vibrant, nice heads of lettuce, and after the snow this is what it looked like. I'm gonna harvest these today. I need to see what I can do with them. I mean, for the most part they look good. We don't have a lot of bug damage, surprisingly. I don't put anything in here for pest, so surprisingly this is the first time I grew this type of lettuce and there's no bug damage. Well, there is. You can see there's some bug damage, but not a ton. These are some store-bought celeries. I did not start any celeries. I forgot completely about them. So I bought some, put them in the ground, then it snowed. They have not really grew very much, and now it's getting hot. So I don't think half of this stuff is going to do good anymore in the next week or so, since it's going to be in the 80s this week. This is my asparagus bed. So there is some weeds growing up in there. I need to get them out. I just chopped the brush off of the asparagus and lay it in the bed and let it compost in place. This bed has nothing in it but a bunch of weeds that we need to get out. But I did plant some ranunculus in here, because this is my flower bed. There's another one right there and on down. So I'm gonna have to be careful when I come in here and weed eat, because not all of this is weeds. I did not have enough time to prepare before the snow came, so we had things like this happen. This was my bird bath and it busted. So I'm gonna try to get that out of here today, throw it in the trash can. I had a couple mason jars out here from when I hand-picked bugs off that busted, and I don't want none of this staying in the garden and getting on the ground and then I step on it. That bird bath was metal, so it's good. Over here we have some carrots. We have a lot of grass and stuff in here too. I'm gonna probably harvest all these today and clean this bed out and then replant with carrots. This was the 4th time I planted carrots last year. I've been harvesting off of these. That's why all this is bare right here. I've been harvesting off of these for about 2 or 3, well, no, about 2 months now. So I planted them successfully 4 times last year and was able to harvest all 4 times and grow fresh carrots year round. These are my garlics. I waited and planted these super late. I did them in late November, early December. I can't remember. I have that wrote down too. And they just grew a ton again. So we're going to see how they do this year. They was really green until the snow. The snow is what did all this brown stuff on them. But they actually grew a lot more after the snow. So I don't know if the snow helped them. The thing that got hurt the worst was my broccoli. So I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 broccoli plants. And I do not have that anymore. So even though this one, see, that was another plant. This was another plant. I'm going to pick these off. This one had a good head on it right here. And it was tight, but then it fell over. But then there was a whole bunch of side shoots, so I'm going to pull them off. That one looks okay. We do have some decent heads of broccoli on here. This one is probably my biggest head of broccoli I have ever grown. That's big and it's starting to open, so we're going to pull that out. I have one back there. This plant has another decent size head of broccoli on it, and it has a couple side shoots. This one doesn't have anything. That one's starting to have one. That one don't have anything. There was 2 there that are completely gone. You can see this one has leaves that are completely dying. So between my lettuce and my broccoli, I think them 2 got damaged the most. Now all the rest of my beds are empty. Those are just weeds. I do have some onions planted along there, but in the spinach right there, but all these are weeds. We have the radishes right there, but anything else in there is weeds. Weeds right here. These are cabbages that I bought late and put in. I forgot to start cabbages too. I think I bought these too late. I don't think they're going to do anything. I'm still trying to figure out times on when it's too late to plant something and when is not too late. The thing I'm most excited about is this bed right here. I have been trying to grow Brussels sprouts. I don't know if y'all have been with me watching all my Brussels sprout videos, but I have not successfully been able to grow any until this year. Look at this. I successfully have, let me get these out of the way. I successfully have Brussels sprouts, and these are good size Brussels sprouts. I mean, a little bigger than a quarter. And they're on multiple plants. Now these were all looking really, really good before the snow. And then now we have a lot of dead leaves like this. But y'all, I'm so stinking excited. Look at this one up here. So this is my first year successfully growing Brussels sprouts, and I am so pumped about that. I never really liked Brussels sprouts growing up, but I figured out different ways to cook with them, and I really, really like them now. Hopefully wrote down when I planted them. I did not start these from seed. These I bought. I didn't have time to start them for seed. I know you're supposed to start them a little earlier, and I did not. So I just bought these at a local feed and seed store. So we're gonna harvest some things out of here today, and I'm just excited that the snow didn't wipe my whole entire garden out. I know some people are used to gardening with the snow, but that was probably the 4th time in my entire life I've seen snow. So let's go through the garden and get some things picked. Yeah, I was gonna put you on a time lapse and harvest these carrots, but these are some really good sized carrots, and I always like videos when I get to watch people harvest root vegetables, so I figured I would just kind of harvest them. There's not very many here, and let you kind of see what all I'm pulling out of the ground. I'm just gonna tear off the greens, and I'm gonna probably put them in a pile, and then I can put them in the compost. I just got another basket. I didn't want to put the broccoli on top of the dirty carrots because I haven't had time to wash them. But we are gonna now get some of this broccoli. I wanted to get the big head so that y'all can see just how big that head got. Look how big. This is the biggest head of broccoli that I have ever grown. I don't want to pick all this lettuce because I have nothing to do with all this lettuce, but I am going to make a Brussels sprout salad, so I figured I could pick one of these and put some of this in the Brussels sprout salad. So I figured I would pick this one because it looks like it has the most damage. I will take these outer leaves off and give them to the chickens. or just throw them in the compost. But this is still a pretty decent head of, I think this is Napa cabbage. So I'm gonna put this with the carrots just because it's dirty, and that basket, everything in that basket needs to be washed. Got another little basket here we're gonna fill up with some spinach. I can put some of this spinach in my salad as well. I do like to just wash this spinach really good and put it in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, and then I can cook with it year round. This is one of those where the more you cut, the more it grows. I had 6 plants, but the snow got one of them, so I'm down to 5. But this should be, I'm the only one in the family that really likes spinach, so this will be plenty for me to cook with. And last, I got another basket. We're going to pick these Brussels sprouts. I'm so excited about these. So let's see, I've never picked them before. I think you just snap them off. Look at that. That is a amazing Brussels sprout. Okay, y'all, so out of the couple beds that I have planted, this is the after snow harvest. We have a basket of Brussels sprouts. This is the thing I am most excited about. These actually came out of my garden. I grew these. We have a basket of spinach, a basket of carrots and lettuce, and a small basket of broccoli and kale. And this is the second thing I'm excited about because this is a massive head of broccoli for me. Hope y'all enjoyed my garden today. Bye.